Car parking multiplayer has a lot of bugs and issues that players complain about all the time. There is a whole list that could be made about desired changes that many players would want. It's Legends here, back with another video, and today I want to talk about problems that I have with the game in particular. It is nothing crazy that requires large amounts of change, like hackers or optimization. Instead, I want to talk about a few things that, if changed, would make the experience of the game feel much better for most players, even if there is still hackers and bad optimization. As usual, before we get started, I want to quickly give a shout out to these awesome subscribers and viewers. Many thanks to all of you that support the content and the channel. I really appreciate it, and if you want to appear in a future video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, and comment shout out down below. I will try to pick you out in the next one. Now let's get started with the first problem that I have, and that is with the incline settings, or you can call it the camber settings. If you set your camber to anything above 7, the car will start to bounce while drifting and using full angle. This is not a problem in car parking multiplayer 2, but for some reason it still happens in CPM 1. And has been happening for years now. Whatever they did to get it solved in CPM 2, they need to try it in CPM 1 because it can mess up your drifting when you are trying to take wide and long corners. The next issue I have is with the handling of some cars. The cars can feel very unbalanced even with the stock center of gravity. I don't have a problem with the idea that we should tune cars to make them perform better, but cars from the factory should not be this bad. They feel like they have no weight, and like the surface of the road can suddenly lose its grip at any moment. A few months ago, I used to do setups for cars to fix this issue. Let me know if I should start making those videos again, even though I want the developers to make cars handle better from the start. The next problem is cars that can fit more horsepower than they are allowed, and I'm talking about cars such as the Mazda RX-7, which naturally can only go up to 628 horsepower with the V8 engine. We all know that in real life, this car can fit engines that produce more power. This causes hackers to want to use cheats to give the car the maximum horsepower, so developers, please adjust the amount of power some cars can hold. Next up is the traffic cars. They can be so annoying when switching lanes on the highway. They do it so quickly and unnatural. I'm guessing it makes things more challenging, but not in a good way. This makes you want to rage quit, and it is so hard to see if they are using indicators with how dull the light is and how fast they change lanes. The next problem is one I know everyone can agree with, and that is the bad latency in multiplayer lobbies, especially when doing cruises close to each other. The cars appear to be lagging back and forth, and I know this has nothing to do with internet speed, because I have tested my devices on very fast internet and tried to do cruising, and they still appear to lag, so they need to fix that somehow and make the frame timing more smooth. Next up is that cars still have no lights inside when it is night, and you turn your headlights on. Specific areas of the dashboard do seem to give off some light, such as the case with this RS7. I hope they can at least use the same method on other areas of the car's interiors. The next problem I have is the steering wheel animations. So many times, the game looks and feels like it could be an amazing simulator for driving and realistic scenarios, only to have your immersion broken by the fact that the wheels can only rotate 180 degrees. I hope they are working on this behind the scenes, because it would be a real game changer. The last problem I have is a simple one that is more of personal preference. I wish they would add the Supercharger upgrades already. We need to be able to add blowers to the cars that we choose to, and not just have the sound on a stock Charger or Challenger. Let me know what you guys think about my yapping about the problems down below. As always, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.